you need to do. I'm turning off my Wi-Fi, doing all the fun stuff. But if you like the channel, if you're new to the channel, I'm Eric Roberts. I am Worship the King and Worship Band Builder Coach. And I've got my headphones in. I don't need these headphones now. I've got everything set up to do this live feed today. Also, we're going to be doing a live Bible study later this afternoon. My lovely wife, co-host of the podcast, Emily, she'll be here. And I'm going to be on my yellow glasses today for you, just for you. If you want to know about them, leave a comment in the commenter section. And it looks like I'll probably pick up and be better. I'm going to show you my screen, and I'm going to show you about Worship Leader Founded. It's really about building the best team and having the best future that you've ever dreamed of. Now, if you're not specifically building a worship band, worship team, you just want a better future, and you like the title of the video, I mean, stick around, hang out with me, talk to me, ask me questions about that too. I'm going to be specifically talking to, pastors, worship leaders, youth ministry directors about your big, best team, about the future, about what you want for next. Now, a lot of you guys kind of felt like you got knocked off the horse, maybe with COVID and with coronavirus, and you just feel like, bam, just got knocked right off the horse, and you're going to get back on. I know our team, our church is doing that right now. Lots of great changes there, which I'll share more with you as we go into the future. But I'm going to focus for 9 weeks. Okay, 9 full weeks, and I'll just give this to you now. I'm going to focus on 9 full weeks of worship leadership training, and there are 4 days left. It's like the lowest price it's ever going to be. The price is going to continue to go up until it's full price, okay, which is around $4.99. So if you're thinking about getting in on this, keep this timer in mind, keep this web link in mind right here. The link is in the description of the videos, and you can actually go right to this link right here. And I'm sharing that link with you. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to go through. You can actually go through this page. Is really self-explanatory. It shows everything you need to do. This is for you and your team. So whether you're a pastor looking at a zero church team and going, we need to build a team. We have nothing. We have nobody. That's where a lot of people start. Or if you're in the middle and you're thinking, I'm getting more people. Now I need to get these people motivated and on the right page and going down the right path. This will help you, because this is all about scheduling and developing teams and training more people. We're in a place in our church right now where we're undergoing some pretty extensive growth, and so leadership teams are important, and I'm going to talk about that later in other videos. It's not going to be in this, about what we do at my church there at the church at Spring Hill. And but leadership teams are important. Leaders and training is important, obviously. You want to prepare for success. Let's look down here, and I'll talk to you about what I'm talking to you about is 9 different modules. So it's 9 weeks, 9 modules. Now, vision, exploring your team models, building your team. If you go to this web page, you can actually click right here under vision, and you can see what it says, vision, okay? Or you can do week 2, explore team models. Week 3, build your team. You can also pop over to the YouTube channel, and you can see me talking about these things just in basic, me just talking about them. But I think the hardest part about being a worship leader, besides all the spiritual aspects and all that stuff, is leading people. I mean, people are involved in this whole thing the whole time. It's people. I mean, it's and it's work. Do you think that this happens organically out of nowhere? Like if you go to a church and you walk in and they have like lights and video going, and they have like a timer counting down, and they have worship leader walking up on the stage, and drummer, kind of everybody setting up. They have these things in their ears. Every one of those things takes a massive amount of preparation. So a massive amount of thought process and preparation. Every one of those things is a system in place that has been thought through. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to be thinking through systems like that, thinking through how to get more people involved in the ministry. Like right now, as we kind of expanded our live streaming, we've realized we need more people in the sound booth. Our sound team has really grown, is going to be more like 4, 5, 6 people, Actually, it's 2 sound guys every Sunday, then a video guy. Then he needs relief volunteers, so he has to train people. And then we have the presenter guy. That's just in the booth. And then when you go look at the band, they have the drummers, the bass player. We have the guitar player, the acoustic, the electric player. All these people training an army. Week 4, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how continual, that's a good word. I wonder if that is a word. Continual and intentional training is the key to success in your worship ministry. So it's not hard to implement, but you need training materials. So you say, well, I don't know how to train. Look, we have Worship Band Builder, which is all training for every level. Okay, so if you go to worshipbandbuilder.com, then you can easily pick up all of the instruments. So we're definitely talking about the leadership, which is you and your team. But if you keep scrolling down, you'll see that you can pick any instrument bundle here. Audio, which is one that's getting really, really a lot of focus right now. Piano, guitar, vocal. So you can click on any of these and you can go right into how do I train a guitar player to play and sing for my worship ministry. This is every aspect of a successful worship ministry is happening in small chunks, small pieces. So for you, if you're not a big picture person, then you need to really think like ministry. But if you're trying to grow a team, you're going to think long term. Some of my best work has been long term, 4 years, 5 years, at least. That's when you just started feeling like, yeah, we're getting where I wanted to be. So if you have this dream, or if your pastor is saying, hey, we want to have all this, we want to have that and this, you got to be thinking long term. You got to be thinking pieces of a puzzle going into long-term ministry. That's what it's going to take. It's not just a quick fix, just do this thing, do that, bam, 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 bam. You're done. You're on live. You're streamed. You got 1,000 people watching your live stream, and you're just killing it, okay? It's okay to think like that. Think long-term. Think far out, and think big. You're going to have to think big. We're going to talk about that vision. We're going to talk about the models that it takes, exploring your team models. We're going to talk about how to build an army, successful digital tools, planning calendars, click tracks at the end. I'm going to throw a bonus in on clicks, tracks, and production, and then service play sheets, planning calendars. I put links to all of these in there, but I'm asking you to consider joining me in this beta group. You will save the most money, and you will get this for your whole leadership team. So think about it. Think about being able to have the tools that you need, or thinking the thought process down the road to get really solid worship team, to get a really solid team around you. If you're somebody who dreams of that, and you go to a church and you feel that stirring, like, I want to do this, I want to have this, I want to build this, then join me in Worship Leadership Foundations. Now, if you're good, if you got it all down, you know it all, you're like, man, we're just slamming, we're killing it, then you already know what I'm talking about. You can probably look back 3 years, 4 years, 5 years and go, remember when it was just this. Unless you were super lucky and got a job at a church that did all that work for you, which is extremely difficult. Because everywhere I've gone, it's always been, oh, well, we can make this better. We can tweak this. I want this to be this way. Styles changing, instruments changing, and people are changing. I had a friend once, one of my great mentors in the piano industry. He said, people need to realize that nothing is permanent. Everything's temporary. Talking about this world. Everything's temporary. Everything, he said, is just, he works on pianos, and pianos change within the week. Voicing and tone and all that stuff. Humidity changes pianos. So he said, his clients, they want it to be fixed once and be forever fixed. And he said, they just don't realize it's not possible. Nothing in here. Maybe your system's about to go obsolete. Maybe your mixer board is about to need to be replaced. Maybe, like we saw just recently, maybe COVID-19 is about to just shut down the country, and you're going to have to think, what do we do now? So be thinking ahead, be building a team. A strong team is key. And planning and service play sheets and your top 50 song list and creating song lists and creating, using the right digital tools and training your army and building your team. Those are all things on the list for Worship Leadership Foundations. You can join me I will be back later today, so if you have any questions, you can put them in the thing. If you see this video later, check the link in the description. If you like the content on the channel, so be the studio to this whole setup for 9 weeks of podcasts, webinars, Bible studies, training materials. I'm going to unpack for you the entire methodology that's in my mind for building, growing, directing, leading successful worship teams to the future. Maybe I should be like, to infinity and beyond. All right, guys. Well, anyway, join me. Here's the website. You can see this again. Foundational music training for everyone in your church, and that's the basic one. But if you go to the home page, there you'll see right there. Huge savings on the beta group enrollment is open now and only 4 days left. So just click on Learn More and you'll get to the page that tells you exactly what it is. Right now, at this moment in time, for 4 more days, it's at $99. Join me and God bless you.